Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Shoofly Update Show. Special Happy Father's Day edition. So, happy Father's Day to all of our dads out there. We've got a great show lined up for you for today, looking at the programming for the upcoming week. July is right around the corner, which we've got some scheduling updates that we're going to be providing to you, as well as looking at what are some of the nighttime routine habits that we have as coaches, and we'd love to hear from all of you. So we're going to kick it off with hearing a little bit more about what we can expect on the programming and workout front this week.
Hey everybody, long time no see. Feel like I haven't been on the update show for a couple weeks. Finally back and talking about programming. We've started this new cycle and everyone's been doing really, really well on it. We got some fresh numbers, so we did a little bit of heavy singles, max outs, and now we're working off of those percentages. You will notice that this cycle is very barbell heavy, right? Like we are really trying to tighten up our technique when it comes to the Olympic lifts, so the clean and jerk and the snatch. We're also working on some capacity lifting with that. So you'll notice that, we're having you guys at some kind of high percentages and we're doing multiple reps there. Not necessarily touch and go. We're not looking to hold onto the bar. We're just looking to move those weights like fast singles. So when you drop the bar, you're taking a few breaths and then you're getting back on it. So this week is a lot like last week. You're going to see that with the clean and jerk. You're going to see that with the snatch. We're going to try and also work in some good squats there. So there might be a complex lift where we're hitting a few front squats in between that clean and jerk. Also working on the overhead squats. And you guys will notice that we're not just using the barbell for that. We've been moving that dumbbell around, doing some awkward movements. The dumbbell squat snatch from last week was super challenging, but it was really awesome to see people practicing it and getting better. So from the warm up to just the workout was a striking difference. So you guys are crushing it. Everything is very technique heavy right now, which means that the coaching staff is having to really talk a lot. And I know you guys love listening to us. So just remind yourself that the things that we're saying, we're really trying to work on tiny skills. So while they seem easy, they are there for a purpose. So don't be in a rush to add a bunch of weight to the skill technique parts of the workout. They're meant to be lighter, and then we'll build off of that. And then as far as barbell club goes, you guys will probably be happy to hear that this is a deload week. Combining the CrossFit program that we have right now with barbell has been pretty challenging. And I'm sure you guys are feeling that in your body. So we've got a deload week for barbell club, which will be really nice. So look forward to that. We've got 2 more weeks in this cycle where we're really hitting the Olympic lifts pretty heavy. And then we'll kind of build in some more gymnastics after that. So I'm looking forward to it. It's been fun to write. It's been fun to watch you guys get better at your lifts on this cycle. Moving along to just some like class stuff. We have a lot going on. I'm sure you guys have noticed packed classes, which is awesome. We also have a ton of foundations going on. So a lot of new faces and a lot of times where the coaches are breaking off with their foundations athletes and we're working off to the side. Trying to work in the corner or find a good place outside to get all our new people through their lessons. So that's been really fun. A lot of people are in their second week. So after this week, those faces that you're seeing in the corner will be infiltrating through the classes. So be sure to introduce yourself and help those folks out, even if it's just, finding a barbell or suggesting a jump rope or whatever it might be. So we're really excited to have a lot of those new faces in class. Along with that, because we're so chaotic right now, I kind of like the chaos. It matches what's going on in my brain is what I'm seeing in the world. So I kind of like it, but we are a little chaotic right now. So if you're bringing your dog to the gym, let's make sure that they're safely out of the way. So if class is going on and we've got a lot of stuff going on, let's keep our dogs on a leash. We love all our gym dogs and they're all great. What would be really bad is if we dropped a barbell on them. So we would like to keep them around. So just keep that in mind when you're at the gym. Let's lock those doggies up when we've got a lot of stuff and a lot of moving parts going on. As far as the schedule goes, We have July 4th coming up. So Independence Day is just around the corner. And we're going to have a little bit of a modified schedule for that weekend. On Sunday, which is truly July 4th, we are going to close. So we will not be open. Saturday, we'll have our typical partner workout. So 8, 9, and 10, everybody come together and work out. Sunday, take the day off, maybe like relax and enjoy the weather. Hopefully we have some good weather. And then Monday, which is July 5th, we're actually going to do a hero workout. So we're going to have an 8 a.m., a 9 a.m., and a 10 a.m., just like we would on Saturday, but it'll be on Monday. And we'll do a hero workout that day, and then we will be closed the rest of the day. Now, starting Tuesday, which is July 6th, we are going to move to a different morning schedule. So we're just going to bump the classes a little bit earlier. The morning schedule will be 5:30 a.m. instead of 6 a.m. And then we will have a 6:30 a.m. instead of the 6 a.m. Or 7 a.m. And then we will keep 8 a.m. exactly where it is. I know all those 8 a.m.ers right now were holding their breath like, oh, don't make me wake up 30 minutes earlier. Don't worry, we're not. We're keeping you at 8 a.m., but we are going to bump 6 to 5:30 a.m. and 7 to 6:30 a.m. What we hope this provides is for some of you that are going back to work, it gives you a little bit more time in the morning to get home, get showered, and get to your job now that we're commuting again. It also bumps it a little earlier, so it's a little cooler. And for those 6 a.m.ers that like to show up late because you hit snooze too many times, now maybe you can be on time for the 6:30 a.m. So, two birds, one stone, I guess. So that's going to be our new schedule, at least for July. We're kind of just testing this out. It's not locked in. So if we have good numbers and everybody likes it, we're going to keep it. If everybody hates it, just, send me angry messages and then we'll, change it back. Okay. So that's pretty much all I have on my end. I'm going to pass this off to Brad, talk about the more fun things.
Yeah. So if you've been taking in some of the semifinals this weekend, out in Las Vegas, the West Coast Classic is going on. They've got the online competition going on for the Atlas Games. So it's fun to see a lot of these athletes throwing down, bringing some fun to competing in person live again. And we've got our own competitions coming up. This upcoming weekend, we've got a few folks who are going to be throwing down at some different venues. 4 of us are going to be heading out to New Bern to take on a 4-person competition. Myself, Street, Maria, and Ryan Eason. And then back here in Raleigh, there's going to be the Oak City Fittest, which is an individual competition. And we'll have Shaylin and Nick throwing down up in Raleigh this upcoming weekend. So a lot of fun opportunities to cheer on some of your fellow athletes as they go out and compete. As you've heard us mention a number of times already, marking your calendars for October 16th. That is going to be the Shoofly liftoff date for this year. So that's going to be that 2-person team. We're going to have a variety of divisions, RX, intermediate, scaled. You can team up with either male-male, female-female, male-female, whole lot of options. That's going to be a whole lot of fun coming in October. Another competition that'll be coming up right around the corner is the Bull City Brawl. So that's on July 17th. We already have a lot of teams signed up for that competition. It's a 2-person competition. So if you are interested in throwing down and maybe you haven't gotten a chance to compete locally yet, that's going to be a great opportunity for you because we're going to have a lot of athletes out there, which will make it really fun to support each other. It can help give you some tips, some coaching, whatever else that you might need to help you get through those fun workouts. So we'll have a lot of teams up there. I would encourage you to sign up. Maybe we'll get the whole gym up there. That would be pretty cool. So that's all the competitions we've got coming up over the next month or so. We are going to go back to our Ask the Coaches Anything section. And for this one this week, this one pertains to some routines or habits we have when it comes to sleep. So the question came in, what does your nighttime routine look like before you go to bed to help make sure you get some good night's sleep? We know sleep is one of the most important factors when it comes to our health and our wellness, and setting yourself up for a good night of sleep can be really, really powerful to making sure that the sleep you get is restful, helps you recover, helps you get ready for that next day, regardless of what your plan is for the gym. So, what does your nighttime routine look like? Do you want to kick us off straight with this one?
Yeah. So this is such a good question. Sleep, like you said, is so important, and everybody has like vastly different schedules, and uh also it's very individualized on how much sleep a person needs. We all know that person who can like operate and fully function on 4 hours of sleep. And then we know people that that is absolutely not going to happen. They need the full 8 hours or nothing else. And I am one of those people as well. So a lot of people like to joke that I'm not a morning person, and I would agree. I'm definitely not a morning person. But at nighttime, I get home pretty late. So I'm at the gym for a while, and the environment at the gym is like so exciting that sometimes it takes me a bit to actually wind down and chill out. Especially if I've been just coaching like a large class and I'm like super stoked about it. So when I get home, the first thing that I try to do is I try and just kind of like wrap up my day. And what I do is make like a to-do list for the next day. So if there's anything that I didn't get through that day, I just kind of write it down, or I'll put it in my phone. So what I want to do tomorrow, so that I can close the day for myself. Because if not, I'll continue to think about it. So if I tell myself I'm doing it tomorrow, I can stop thinking about it today. So that's the first thing that I do. And then after that, I will, have my dinner and all that. And I will actually drink my bedtime tea, which is the sleepy time tea at the grocery store. And I love it. And so I pretty much have that every night. So I drink my tea, and I try not to look at my phone too much. I think that is like the hardest thing, is to just not continue to look at like a bright screen. So I try not to look at my phone, just try and relax a little bit. And I use a few supplements to help me sleep at night. Recently, I've been taking CBD, and I enjoy it. I like it. It does kind of help me kind of relax at night. And I've been doing that probably for almost a whole year at this point. It's become a staple in my nighttime routine. So I'll take either like my little droplets, or I have little CBD gummies. And those really help me kind of want to go to sleep. The other thing that I take is, it's called ZMA. So it's zinc and magnesium. And I like to buy the ones that have theanine in them. Theanine is also a great way to just kind of tell your body to start to relax and get ready for bed. And I take those, and I will take that about 30 minutes before I lay down to go to sleep. And one thing that I also try and do is not eat, so that like when I take that ZMA, it's not mixing with food. It's just all by itself. It seems to work a lot better and absorb a lot faster that way. And then 30 minutes later, I'm normally out, like a dead person, a zombie, not moving. And then I try and get at least 8 hours of sleep is my goal. Sometimes it's 7, but as long as I'm between that like 7 and 9, and if I sleep for 9 hours, I need it. So if I can get it, I will take it. If I can't get it, then I'll operate pretty well off of 7 hours of sleep. But that's my routine. What's your routine, Brad?
Yeah, I feel like I should probably have Emily come on here and talk about her routine, because she's much more systematic and habitual
Yeah.
in her approach compared to me. I'm one of those not weird people, but I don't really have much of a routine. I'm very fortunate that when it's time for bed, I can usually fall asleep pretty quickly. I do think, though, there are some factors that I try and keep in mind as I'm getting ready for bed. So for me, at least in the things I've seen, some of the most important factors to making sure you can get a good night's sleep, the top two that I've seen and heard are temperature and light. So you ideally actually want your room colder, because your body does have to drop a couple degrees over the course of the night to really get into a nice restful sleep. If the room's too hot, you probably notice it, that you wake up sweaty, and that's never fun. And you feel like you're tossing and turning all night. So trying to get the room cold, they say somewhere in the 65 to 68 range. That's usually where our house is at night. And then light, so getting it as dark as you can. And so we're fortunate we don't have a TV in our bedroom, but the cell phone is there. I still use that as my alarm. So similar to Street, trying to put the phone down leading up to bedtime, so your body starts to adjust naturally to, hey, it's getting dark outside, cutting down the lights in your house, and then it starts to help your brain send those signals. Let's get ourselves ready for bed. And then for me, once I crawl into bed, pretty much pass out pretty quickly, but I'm similar to Street in that I do need that chunk of time. So something else that's really important for me is trying to stay very consistent in my sleep and wake times. So for me, usually I'm trying to crawl into bed sometime between 10:45 and 11, and then waking up by 7 or 6:30 or something like that. So I'd love to be in bed for about 8 hours. Usually I sleep for 7 or so of it. That's what, at least what my Whoop tells me. But so having a consistent approach to when you get into bed, when you get out of bed, getting the lighting right, getting the temperature right, those are some really powerful things that can help you get restful sleep. And then, like Street said, if you've got a routine that helps you wind down, just starts to let your body know it's time for sleep, that can be really, really helpful. So we'd love to hear, what are some of your nighttime routines that help you get to sleep a little bit more easily and also help you have some more restful sleep so that you feel recovered and ready to get after it the next day. We're always interested to hear what those are so we can potentially add them into our agenda. So that is our Ask the Coaches Anything section. We're going to wrap it up today by welcoming a couple new faces to the fold. So Harry and Alex Rossi have both jumped into our classes. You'll probably notice them coming into those afternoon classes. They've done CrossFit before, so they're moving well as they get into these classes. And so making sure you make them feel welcome. It's fun to have all these new faces that we've had at the gym. And over the last couple of months, we've really seen a nice growth, which has been really, really cool. No birthdays this upcoming week, so we get to take it easy on the birthday train. But from all of us here at Shoofly, happy Father's Day to everyone out there. And we look forward to seeing you at the gym over this next week as we get into one of our last weeks of June. We're already almost halfway through 2021. A little bit crazy, but it's been a fun ride so far. So we look forward to seeing you this upcoming week at the gym.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.